Good afternoon, everybody. Today is June 6, 2019. It's 54, but feels like 51 here in rainy North Idaho. We finally got rain the last couple days, and it has been much needed. I'm Jody, and welcome to Moose Flats Farm. So, gonna go and do a little walk through the garden, see where it's at now. But I am definitely next year starting everything inside in the little seed trays and then into the big cups. I have never had stuff in the ground this early and this big, and I've got blossoms on almost all of my tomatoes. So cool. So hopefully this year we'll get lots and lots of tomatoes. But the scarlet runner bean is getting ready to have blossoms all opening. This other one is starting to go up the trellis. Bunch of the babies finally popped, but still only one sole cucumber out of all those cucumber seeds planted has done anything. But the eggplant's doing good. This cabbage is starting to get a little baby cabbage in there. Oh, wait. We got a second cucumber here. But gonna be going through Friday and doing some weeding. It's like this tomato's got some little ones that are about ready to pop open. The vine peaches still don't look uber good, but down to 3 weak looking ones. But my regular green beans are starting to go. The chive pots all big and pretty. And this tomato has an ephaceated blossom, which would be really cool, but I don't need some monster weird plant or tomato growing, so pull him out so its energy goes to a bunch of little ones instead of one massive one. Looks like I got another one there. I believe these are the farmers markets, so we'll just keep an eye out for that. Still thinking of moving this guy over to where the vine peach is. That's a scarlet runner bean, just to run up that trellis. And I have another one here that I can move over there. But the Serendipity Morning Glory looks really good, and my sweet peas. Oh, look! I've got blossoms on this hot pepper. I should have marked what was what, but once it starts setting fruit, I'll know. But look at our radishes. They're doing good. Peas are coming on. Chinese cabbage looks really pretty. And this cabbage is doing really good. All these hot peppers. And my Willamette butternut. And more Serendipity Morning Glory. And this little guy, it's got a bunch of blossoms on it. And I did prune back the red twig dogwood just to get a little more sunlight in this corner. But the red onions, over here I have them closer together because at that point I was tired of planting onion sets. Spaced out here. The Walla Wallas are doing good, even with the sunflowers and marigolds growing in there. Corn's coming on. Oh, that little guy got bug eaten. But my squashes lost their first couple sets of leaves, turned kind of yellow, but they've got blossoms coming. And looks like they're gonna recover from it. I have some self-planted potatoes that will be digging up. I put tomato cages on the corn that I have in the center run just to hold it up and out of our way. Peppers in the ground are doing good. Volunteer sunflowers. The acorn squash. Another volunteer potato. But even my tomatoes in the garden are getting blossoms on them. And it kind of looks like the cabbage that's in the ground is doing better than the cabbage in the raised beds. Interesting to see. But my broccoli are all doing really good. Cilantro is doing good. And there's my cauliflower. We'll be, like I said, out here Thursday weeding because I got lots of weeds that I gotta clean up before they take over. And the purple Viking potato is starting to come on, so David John's really happy about that. And I don't know about you guys, but here in North Idaho, the bane of the gardener's existence, bindweed. And I have to wait until it gets its true leaves, because when it's little, it's like right here. And there's a marigold, and that's a bindweed. Until it starts to get that little heart-shaped leaf, you don't know what it is. But the hanging baskets are starting to fill out. Don't want to rush things, but I want them a little bigger so they're hanging down. But that is a quick tour of the garden. We've had a little bit of a hot week this week. Been watering, so things are starting to look really good. The squash and pumpkins in the compost pile are starting to really go. Really need to prune this rose back. And they're flop right back onto it. They're starting to get blossoms coming onto them. This guy's just going crazy in here. He gets about 5 gallons of ambient water a day. But in the greenhouse, haven't lost any more of the basil. Do have some of the carrots coming up in this pot, but got blossoms. And I have the second window open so it stays a lot cooler in here. Got my carrots coming up in this one. Got, looks like a bunch of weeds and a few spinach. Not as many as I was hoping for now, but the lettuce is coming in all the spots I planted it, and a sunflower. This guy is absolutely huge, and it's got pretty little, looks like an emaciated blossom, but it's only got one stem there, so probably not. And this one went up there and split, so not sure which one is the true top, so I'll leave both of them. But got lettuce coming in over here. Need to do a little weeding in here also. But the pepper pot is doing good. Gonna have to prune some of these petunias. They're just being invasive. But these peppers are taken off. So is the radishes in here. And look at how dense those tomatoes are. That's one of the reasons I'm going to be doing them next year just like I did this year, because I've never had that pretty of a looking plant this time of year. And usually by the time they get this big, they're just a gangly mess. But I have been doing due diligence on coming out and cleaning the suckers out of their armpits. But the crazy knotweed has even invaded into part of the duck pen, which the ducks are fine with that because I cut almost all the snowberry out of their pen. Gives them a place when it's hot to go hide in the shade. Right now that it's evening time, the drake and 4 of the hens are just sitting out on the ground. The raspberry bushes are just about ready to bloom, and they are just covered in blossoms. So we'll have lots and lots of raspberries this year. John and I building the one side of the chicken coop, the side that's going to face east, It's got the little slider door for them to go in and out, and 2 big windows. This one here opens for ventilation, so that will be really nice. But we did get the back outside walls built. It's 2 sections, and we got those put together. Just have to run a bead of caulking down the seams, so that much of it's ready to build. And Chickenbach, Turbo, Mike, and Valkyrie are doing good. They didn't clean up the grass I gave them this morning, but the stuff I gave them this afternoon, they ate almost all of it. So I'm gonna end today's video out here in the garden. It has been raining the last couple days, so hopefully the weeds don't get too far ahead of me, and hopefully it doesn't rain tomorrow so I can get caught up on all the weeds. I hope you enjoyed the little journey through the garden and the sneak peek on the chicken coop. Sunday's video will have a lot more detail showing what we've gotten done, and I hope you all have a good day, a good week, and I'll see you on Sunday's video. Bye. And we've been spoiling the chickens, especially the babies. Have been letting them come out and eat some grass.